are the representatives, tour guides, and orientation leaders of the university. So chances are you've had a chance to interact with the ambassador program sometime with your time at SDSU. We're really proud of what we do, and we're looking for student leaders like y'all to join us. So we are recruiting right now. Our applications are due October 4th, and all that information is on our website. You can search up SDSU Ambassador. It'll take you right there. But we do a lot of great work on campus, a lot of opportunities to build resumes, great leadership workshops and stuff like that. I've learned a lot and grown a lot as a leader through the organization. So not a bad thing to have on your resume, but if anyone's interested, I will shoot my information to y'all's president, and I hope y'all have a good evening. And then next we have Eric. He's with the Fashion Club.
Hi guys, I'm just coming to you from Fashion Club here at State. Just because we have a lot of marketing majors or just business majors in general in our club. And we basically meet on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. If anybody's like fashion oriented, fashion interested, we have photo shoots, we have all sorts of great events. We're developing certain like industry connections, and yeah, so you can find all our information on our Instagram, which is just SDSU Fashion Club. And that'll be a link to our group me and everything, and it's really not too late in the semester to join and all that. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Okay, we're going to get started now. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna do it right now. Okay. Did anyone get? Everyone got the raffle tickets, right? Yes. And no one need one? Raise your hand. Last call. After this, and then also on the back. You can go to the next slide. It's like our 4th week, so hopefully you have all of these, but I'm just gonna put them up here. That's our Slack, that's our link to all of our social. You can scan it. Okay, upcoming events. So last weekend we had our tailgate and community service event. So shout out to Brooke and Enya for hosting that. They did a good job. We have a Fashion Valley College tabling on Friday, September 29th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Fashion Valley Mall. I will put more information about this more in the Slack. And then we're going to be connecting with other AMA classes, same page. And then there's going to be some special discounts at the stores. And then we have another cleanup this weekend. It's Linda Vista cleanup with Enya, and it's going to be Saturday, September 30th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Scan the QR code. It's a great way to get your membership point for outside events. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the people who came last weekend. And then next week on October 3rd, from the same time here, we're gonna have a speaker from Pinterest come in and kind of do like the same thing as like Amazon and report to people. Okay, so we have a lot of questions about the membership application. We technically closed it, but we're going to open it back up again just because there's so many people that want to keep applying. So if you know anybody, we're gonna keep it open until like the next 2 weeks. You want to take it over it?
So just a little update. I just like reopened it about like 5 minutes ago. So if you or your friends still need to apply or feel interested in the club, you can just go to our Instagram. Tap on our link tree with all of our links. If it's the first one, it just says like AMA membership form fall 2023, and then fill that out. And then me and Rojan, we just keep track of all of the people who have paid or not paid dues, and you'll be all need to go. Yeah, so this is just more like membership requirement stuff. Attendance at least 4 GBMs throughout the semester, and attend at least one social event throughout the school semester as well. We have volunteering events coming up, I believe next weekend or this weekend. So if you want some volunteering hours, you can put that you volunteer on the resume and things like that. So come through to those, and that'll count as a social event. This is just how we keep track of membership points for member of the month. Today we are going to pick, I believe, 2 or 3 members of the month and give them some gifts and prizes or things like that. And yeah, we just kind of keep track of that. We just encourage people to be like engaged on our social media posts and things like that. And just kind of help us promote the club and get other students to know about anime. Cool, and these are just kind of the things that we give away. We give away gift cards, merch, and feature on Instagram so that people know who you are. And yeah.
Okay, we're giving away 2 tickets to a cruise, so that's what the raffle tickets are. We're going to be announcing the winners at the end of the GBM. We're gonna have a little fun cruise with your best friend. It'll be really nice. You guys can send us photos and you can be like, look at our animes on the video. Yeah, and then also something that we're really put in the announcement is that we're going to have an application for a fundraising position that has opened on the board. Unfortunately, our last fundraising director had to go back home for the semester, so he won't be here. So that will be an opportunity for you guys. And then we will also be having a merch contest coming up with more information next week about that. But basically, the winner of the merch contest will get a very nice prize. I Committees, yeah, committees are gonna meet today after the meeting, and if you aren't in a committee yet, I do know that the consulting committee has closed their applications already and they're capped. But, the P&N committee and competition committee are still open for applications. My one is up soon. Never mind, the committee is open. Just the competition committee, I think that's gonna cap soon, so you guys gotta hurry up. I don't know, next semester we'll have more slots. And then, yeah. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna let Marco take over. He's our VP of programming and he's gonna run our LinkedIn and resume workshop.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming to the resume and LinkedIn workshop. Okay, so here's just a couple of quick do's and don'ts for resumes. Just an FYI, these resumes, I'm focusing on resumes that are tailored for specific jobs and internship. Print resumes, like resumes that you attach to your LinkedIn are a little bit different. These are specific resumes. And some do's and don'ts for these, do choose an easy to read format. Kind of self-explanatory, but I remember there was like a study that showed that only like 25% of resumes actually get read by like a human these days. And when they do get read by a human, like on average, they look at it for 6 to 7 seconds before they're on to the next. So it's really important to have an easy to read, flowing resume. Limit yourself to a page. I know this kind of depends. If you have like a lot of experience that you don't want to sacrifice, then do like 2 pages. But if you're kind of like milking some of like your experience, try to limit yourself to a page so again it's easier to read. Include contact and LinkedIn information. Self-explanatory, just so they know who to contact. A good phone number and professional email will do it. Do use fragments for your content to keep it short and sweet. Like nobody's gonna read like a big like paragraph of text, so you keep your experience and your content short and sweet. Be able to speak to every experience on your resume. I know it's a little controversial. I know that we all kind of milk some of our experiences on our resumes, but just those should apply because they are going to ask you about your resume at any job interview. So make sure you're able to like run through your resume and speak on how every experience has shaped the candidate you are today. And then some don'ts are don't include hobbies, interests, or information that is not related to the job. You can't really speak to those. There's no tangible experience with like hobbies or interests. So looking for more professional experience. Don't use Canva or related templates. Stick to standard resume format. Again, with AI these days, AI doesn't really want to see Canva resumes. And, you know, like recruiters don't really want to see that either. They love just kind of like minimal effort. Don't include a photo of yourself. This is mainly due to bias in technology. You just don't want to include a photo of yourself and have that like eliminate you from like the candidate pool. And then don't copy and paste from ChatGPT. I know that like last semester we were all like, ChatGPT, like yes, and you're all like, use it for your resume, like it sounds so good. But ChatGPT does use the same words over and over again. So recruiters have gotten, and AI itself have gotten really good at spotting out ChatGPT resumes. What I do is that if I need help, I'll put it into ChatGPT and I'll see kind of what format it gives for me. And then I'll kind of put it into my own words again and eliminate like the weird ChatGPT words. Okay, so for your first section of resumes, it's your contact and education. I included mine. As you can see, I put like my professional email in there. I know that like I have like an email from like my iPod Touch when I was like 10. So that's not like that's not an email you want to put on your resume. Make sure you put like an email that you're using that you use to apply to internships and jobs and everything. And then your phone number that's good to contact you at. And then in terms of your address, you shouldn't really need to put like your full mailing address. I know that some people do, but if they want your mailing address, they'll usually ask. So putting your city and state is usually okay. And for your LinkedIn, I put that at the top just if they want to know more about like, because again, like I'm moving myself to a page. So if they want to see more about me, my other experiences, get access to my LinkedIn. And then for education, you want to put your university name, the state and city, your major. I know that like it can be kind of confusing because like most of us are marketing majors, so we went through that's a Bachelor of Science, but generally business majors are Bachelor of Science. And then for your GPA, only list your GPA if you're willing to discuss it. Like if you don't have like a very like good GPA, you probably don't want to discuss that with like a future employer. So if you're proud of your GPA and you're willing to show it off, and if it benefits your application, put that up there. But if not, they could also like ruin your application as well. And then any honors or certifications you got through school as well, so you're on the dean's list. You can actually go to my.SDSU and request an unofficial transcript and it will list out when you're on the dean's list. I didn't know that until like last semester, but we do have a dean's list, so that's something cool that you can list if you made it on your resume. And then for your graduation date, put your expected graduation date, not like that you're currently in school. Put your graduation date, that's also something kind of like hard to lie about, so they will find out if you're lying. Just put when you're expected to graduate, I put May 2026. And now for the experience, like the actual content of the resumes, it's important that you tell your resume to each specific job you're applying to. I didn't know this time last year, so I was sending the same resume to every single internship and job I was applying to, and I got no responses whatsoever. Again, like with AI and stuff, it kind of match those words with using your resumes. So if it's general, like it's not going to be seen by a person. Employers will only view resumes that fit their job description, not generic ones. And it's beneficial to list experiences in a chronological format. This is good because it will exhibit consistency and growth with your professional experience. If you kind of put in like a not chronological format, it can be kind of like messy and show that like it's like a little bit unorganized. But if you're like getting promoted within like certain jobs, organizations, a chronological format will kind of show that growth as well. And if you have only this relevant job experience, obviously if you have a limited job or experience, like list what you can, but if you are able to pick and choose what experience you have, only list relevant job experience. And if you have no relevant job experience, there is a way to tailor it so that it sounds like you do. You can just kind of reword your experience a little bit to make it tailored to the job that you're applying for. I have an example of that in a little bit. And use numbers when you can. Numbers are really important. They kind of pop out on the page and it's kind of tangible. It's not really like an opinion, like it's a number, like it's a real thing. So percent like increases in growth, and it's kind of like just like social media following and numbers, that kind of thing are good. And then content should be put in the problem, task, solution, results kind of format or rule to make it sound more impactful. So I have an example down here, improved awareness of our social media platforms by identifying a target audience and catering content specific demographics, increasing Instagram following by 30% in 6 months. I have my problem first, my task second, solution, and then the result. The result doesn't always have to be included because sometimes it's hard to get that number. So if that's the case, problem, task, solution will do it. If you have a result and it kind of sounds a little bit wonky, you can also put the result at the beginning too. You can be like improves or increase Instagram by 30% by and finding target audience and whatnot.
Ooh.
Okay, time for resume Tinder. Let's see who we're gonna swipe left and swipe right on. Okay, so about me, let's say I'm looking for a marketing internship, and I open up my resume Tinder, and I see this sample, like this little fragment of a resume, and it says, remember, the goal is to look for a marketing internship. So it says, gave out samples to customers to ensure efficient and quality customer service. What should I do? Should I try to match? Should I swipe left? Like, they're really straight to the point. Like, I don't know, like, really tempting. What do you guys think I should do? Swipe, if you don't have Tinder, swipe right, it's not swipe left, is like, get away from me. What should I do? Should I swipe left? Okay, I'm gonna swipe left. Okay, now on to the next contender. Increase brand awareness by effectively marketing the product and offering customers a creative and comprehensive description of flavors and processes used in the product development. I don't know, I really like this one, you guys. I think this might be a match. What are we feeling? Are we gonna match? Am I gonna match? Let's swipe right? Okay, let's swipe right. It's a match! Oh my gosh, it's never happened to me. If you notice, the difference between those two kind of fragments was that the first one wasn't tailored towards a marketing internship. It was more kind of like customer service. As of like, I gave samples out and it increased, like better customer service. Like that's great, and they know that you did that. But for a marketing internship, they're not looking for that. So if you go back a slide, sorry. If you look at this one, it's more tailored towards a marketing internship. I have words like marketing, effectively, product, flavors and processes, product development, brand awareness. Like the words are just a lot different, so they're tailored for this marketing internship. It's a lot more appealing, you know, for that kind of job. Okay, thank you. Okay, so a little bit more experience and content. We're gonna do like a little kind of activity. So if you have a LinkedIn and you have a MacBook on you, or not like a computer, go ahead and take that out and open up your LinkedIn really quickly. Or your cell phone. It's a little bit easier on the computer, but if you have a phone, like feel free to do that too. Okay, is everybody on LinkedIn? Okay. So once you're on LinkedIn, go ahead and go in that little search bar and search up marketing internship. Once you search up marketing internship, go like scroll, like a quick scroll, not in-depth scroll. Do a quick little scroll and find one that is appealing to you. I looked and I saw a L'Oreal USA marketing internship. That sounds kind of cool. So look for one that interests you. It doesn't have to be like your dream job, just really quickly. And then once everybody does that, we'll move to the next slide. Does everybody have an internship that they found? Not yet. Okay, we have a few more seconds. Okay, now do you have an internship? Not yet. Okay. Once you have an internship, just like go ahead and give us like a thumbs up. Couple more seconds. Okay, does not have to be your dream job. This is just for practice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So once you find the job description, look for keywords describing the applicant they're looking for. So generally on LinkedIn, a good like application will usually have a job description under the listing for the internship. So just like do a quick scroll and find that like look like those bullet points that have a job description. It usually says what we're looking for, ideal candidate, something like that. Can everybody see the job description? If they found one. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you have. Okay, good. So once you're in the job description, it's a lot of words. If you can just quickly kind of like scan it, you can see keywords kind of popping out at you. So this is gonna be the L'Oreal job description. And once you look at those keywords, just in another document or like in your notes app, write down all the keywords that pop out to you. So when I read through this, once that name popped out to me, is copy and pasted, was right here, showcase ability to work in a professional dynamic environment. Previous internship or work experience. I wrote down ability to work in a professional dynamic environment. And then it says demonstrated leadership ability and interest in marketing through academics, extracurricular activities, or professional volunteer work. Then I wrote down leadership ability and interest in marketing. demonstrated leadership, establish self-awareness in terms of understanding your own culture, identity, biases, prejudices, power, privilege, and stereotypes. I wrote down that one at the bottom, so I thought that was a little bit hard to put it in the resume, but I found a way, there's a way. So I wrote down self-awareness in terms of understanding your own culture, identity, biases, etc. You're both data-driven and creative. So I put data-driven and creative. And then, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it, but they're literally telling you like what they want you to put in your resume. Like they're giving you the words that you need to put in your resume and tell your resume for you to kind of get that resume in front of a recruiter's eyes, like at the very least. And I'll give this one just like a couple minutes to make sure everybody has those few keywords. You don't need a ton of keywords, it's like, just like 3 bullet points is okay, or 2 bullet points is fine for real. Does anybody have keywords already? Don't be scared. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna a couple more seconds. Is anybody confused on what I'm talking about? Okay, good. Does anybody have keywords yet? You have keywords?
We have to collaborate, monitor, maintain, collaborate and monitor a lot of things.
Okay, anybody else have keywords that they saw in their job application? Yeah,
Problem solving, analytical skills, project management skills, brand marketing, storytelling, advertising, audience segmentation, targeting, customer journey, demand generation.
okay, that's a good one. It sounds like really like advanced. Okay, once people have like a few keywords, we can move on. Give me a thumbs up if you have a few keywords written down. I won't call anyone, so don't be silly. Is anybody confused at all? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, now that you have the words that you could use to fill your resume, open up. I know everybody is on your phone, so if you just have your phone, you like don't like check, you can open it. So if you have your computer on you, open up a recent copy of your resume. It's fine if you haven't worked on it in a minute, just the most recent one. Open up your most recent copy of your resume and then find the most irrelevant experience you have and jot it down. It's kind of a little challenge. So if you're like a nanny or something, or like something super unrelated to marketing, try to challenge yourself and see if you can tailor that to your resume. I was a barista in a shift lead at Dutch Bros. Anybody familiar with that? So I was like, that's kind of like not super relevant to marketing. So I chose that as my relevant experience. And then I kind of was looking at my keywords that I had listed out to put on my resume. So up here, I have like kind of my before that I had. I'll go point by point. So I had cultivated the team culture by creating the culture crew, which empowers baristas by celebrating promotions, holidays, birthdays, and etc. I took a look at the keywords and I switched up the wording a little bit to make it sound more in line with what they were looking for. So instead of that first one, I put exhibited leadership and interest in creating marketing strategies by implementing the culture crew, which empowers baristas by celebrating promotions, holidays, and birthdays, allowing them to share these celebrations on social media. And I highlighted which keywords I had kind of used. So leadership comes from right here. Interest in creating marketing strategies, interest in marketing, right there. Okay, for the next point up here, originally I had managed shop operations by opening and closing a shop, paying registered and guarding taps to ensure shifts ran smoothly. Took my keywords again, and instead I had put managed shop operations by collaborating with shop leadership, effectively working as a team in a dynamic environment, and consistently communicating with shop staff. Manage is for cost manager. Collaborating is from collaborating with multiple partners to the common goal. Dynamic is somewhere up there. Oh, first point, dynamic environment, which I have written down right there. And then communication, I put a communicator right there. So I switched the words on a little bit, tailored it to that. And then for the last point, I did move the company forward in diversity, equity, inclusion efforts by introducing a five-party playlist, a playlist full of LGBT anthems to diverse coffee named supporters, which is now put across over and the location. That's still my biggest flex to this date, by the way. So Yeah. And then to reword that, I put exhibited awareness of the LGBT plus community's culture and identity by initiating the introduction of high party playlists, a place for LGBT plus anthem, combating prejudice and stereotypes, which is now put across over and locations. I really thought that last point that has a number, 800 big number, and I also tried it to the last point. Which is kind of hard to do, kind of how do I like put that into my resume? So there, like I said, there's a will, there's a way to kind of tailor it to the job description. Has anybody successfully tailored a point in their resume so far? Okay, that's okay. That's what we're gonna do in the workshop today. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, now we're gonna quickly go over LinkedIn. Everybody's good on resumes. Yeah. LinkedIn, your LinkedIn is like your professional Instagram is what I like to think about it. So it kind of like makes it fun a little bit. It's like posting for, your potential like boss, many recruiters will look at your LinkedIn, but it's important to get visually appealing and up to date. LinkedIn must have a professional headshot for your profile picture. No headshot? No problem. We're taking free headshots today, which Sophia will help you with. And then you need a visually stunning banner with your contact information. No banner, no problem. Our marketing team will help you create a banner using Canva and Adobe Express. 500 plus connections. No connections? No problem. Network and connect with people in AMA today. It's going to be a big LinkedIn party. You'll all connect with each other and be friends. And you're also going to need an eye-catching introduction and bio that briefly showcases your professional goals and accomplishments. If you look at my LinkedIn, I don't have a bio, so shame on me. I need to write one. But next slide, please. Here's a couple of like LinkedIn introductions from other members myself that I really like. Christine, who is back there. I saw her LinkedIn today and I really liked it. She has a really easy banner, has a professional email, phone number, her major, and then she has kind of like an eye-catching intro. It's short and sweet. I'm season at SDSU, things like the SDSU-AMA. She has 100 plus connections, and then yeah. And then mine's kind of the same concept. I have the 100 plus connections, banner with my contact, and then my little intro. And those QR codes will lead you to connect with me and Christine on LinkedIn if you want a couple quick connections. Please connect with me. I love this connection. And you'll also get a membership point, I believe, if you connect with an exact person on LinkedIn. If you screenshot that and send that to membership. Yeah.
Are you almost done with more slides?
I have a couple more slides.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that too.
Okay. Next slide. Okay. And then here's an example of a bio that I really like from Sophia, who's also on our e-board. I'm not going to read all of it, but it's again short and sweet. It shows what her skills are, what she's capable of, but also it includes her goals, which are important in your bio. Like it shows that what she's done and why she's ready to accomplish these goals and what she wants in terms of her career. And then is this like a portfolio, Sophia, that you have right here? Like in that link? Yeah, it's kind of like a portfolio, I guess, which is really cool. And then that's Sophia's start to her LinkedIn content. Sorry. Okay, before we continue on with the workshop, we have an announcement.
Okay, so we have a little development with our merchandise coordinator situation in the AMA club, and we are lacking someone who is a graphic designer to design our new merchandise for this fall semester. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna invite all of you guys to send in applications for designs, and then we're gonna pick one of your guys's applications. We're currently making a form, and we're gonna push it out next week, or next club. And we'll put a QR code up on the screen. All you guys can scan that. And then if you're a graphic designer, artist, whoever you want, you can send in your merchandise designs. We'll pick whichever one we think is the best. And then you will be able to say that you designed all the merchandise for the AMA club. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay, really quickly before we start going to a full workshop, I'm gonna go ahead and explain what is going on. If you don't have a headshot for LinkedIn, it's important that you have a professional photo for your LinkedIn. That's like your future employers are looking at. You don't want like a selfie or anything. I saw LinkedIn, it was like, you know how like some people like their baby photos? I saw it the other day, I was like, So, make sure we're doing like a professional headshot, so Sophia will be providing that for you for free.